Hi, I'm Dr. Tim Weir, and I gotta tell you, I love life. But when I'm not being a husband, a father, a grandfather, an author, or a practicing chiropractor, I'm the host of the television show, Loving Life with Dr. Tim Weir. Join me and Elvis for the next 30 minutes as we help you discover how to love life. Well, we are excited to be here.
We are so thrilled for you to be here too, so welcome to DPAC.
What an awesome place this is.
Thank you. I mean, it's been such a joy. We're going on our 4th year, and ranked number 4 in ticket sales for theaters across America. So we're really proud of what we've accomplished these past 4 years.
Me.
Yeah, it's Polestar magazine ranks us. We had over 400,000 people in this building last year, which is incredible. And being able to have shows like Rockettes and Paul Simon, just some of the big hits, all came here last year.
It's amazing. And then, of course, our favorite, Ira David Wood.
Yes, which is coming back this year too. So people can be thrilled to come back again at Christmas time to see them as well.
So we got Wicked here, and then coming up, I mean, you got some great stars.
Yeah, we keep busy. We definitely keep busy. Wicked's here through the end of May, followed by West Side Story. And in between that, Steve Martin's coming with the Steep Canyon Rangers. It sold out here again last year, so thrilled to have him. And we've announced some huge acts recently. Duran Duran, Crosby, Stills and Nash, Meatloaf is currently on sale. So Kathy Griffin, we keep busy with the concerts and the comedy. And
so people just call. We're right downtown Durham.
Yeah, we're located right by the DBAP or Durham Bowl Stadium, so it's really like a 10-minute drive off of I-47, very easy to get to, and we really pride ourselves in having a great experience when you get here. So if people haven't been here before, when you get out of your car, you're going to have somebody greet you. We're going to open the door for you when you get to the theater with top hats and people. I mean, the idea is not just to come for the act, but also to have a great experience so that you're going to want to come back again. I mean, it's a night on the town. It's more than just a show.
I'm blown away. That is awesome.
Well, you want to be treated well. You've spent $80 on a ticket to come see something that you're really excited about, and it's all about the experience.
Now, I know you probably shouldn't do this, but if you were going to come to this production, where would you eat right around here?
Oh gosh, well, Durham's definitely known for its restaurants. So we have plenty of restaurants in walking distance over in the American Tobacco District, as well as at Brightleaf and on 9th Street, but my favorite is probably Watts Grocery.
Really?
One of my favorites.
Okay, Watts Grocery. And then don't forget our friends there over at Shamas at the Brazilian. Oh, Lord. So what's your website?
Our website is dpacnc.com. You can find all of our Broadway shows as well as our concerts. And we also have an in-house ticket line where people can call and talk to a human being that's actually sitting in the building who can tell you the best availability. And it's just nice to be able to call and talk to somebody. It's 919-680-2787.
Thank you for letting us be here.
Thanks for coming.
What an awesome place. Go to their website right now. And you know what? Just step out of the boat and do something different. What an awesome, don't just go to the movie theater and sit down and eat a bunch of popcorn. Go online, get a ticket, and come to a live show. It's amazing. Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm with Emily Aggie. We're here at Seeds Community Garden, and we're right downtown, believe it or not, we're right downtown Durham.
2 blocks behind the public library. Mm-hmm.
It's really cool here.
It's amazing, and it's a great resource, and I think an oasis in this concrete environment, and one that we hope more people will continue to take advantage of.
So help me out here, because behind us we've got gardens, and they're little plots of gardens that people actually take as their own and put their garden in there. Is that right?
Correct. We have right now, I believe, 27 community garden plots of various sizes, and those are available for members of our community or groups in our community to rent out for the year. And we do that on a sliding scale, so it's affordable for everyone. But for people who don't have the resources to do this gardening at home, we supply space, we supply really great composted and amended dirt, a good growing medium, seeds, space for them to start their plants in the greenhouse, and the tools and expertise that they're going to need to grow a successful garden. And I think my favorite part about that program is, our community gardeners are not just relying on our staff expertise, but they're relying on each other, and they build a community within themselves as well. And we have community gardeners that have been growing food and plants for generations, years.
Isn't that amazing?
And they serve as a really great resource for people who are new to it.
I've said this so many times on the show, forgive me if you're hearing it again, but I believe one of the greatest things we have, one of the greatest gifts we have, is the ability to create. And what a great place to come and create.
Absolutely. To the left here is what we call our food alley. So almost everything that is grown in here is a food-producing plant. Figs, elderberry, pawpaw, persimmons, some herbs, asparagus. So we do have a few things growing in here that are annual vegetables, but most of this is perennial fruit producers. And here we're getting into our community garden plots. So these are all, there's a great diversity of what's being grown here because it's really the choice of whoever is cultivating the plot that year. This is actually a new addition to our garden. This is our newest beehive, and it is modeled after a traditional African hive that they would carve out of a stump and then lathe slats in. So we've got a hive here, and across the garden, in the market garden, we've got a beehive. And I have a gentleman, Dave Fruchnick, who is the bee expert here, and he helps us maintain them and is actually training some people on our staff to handle the bees a little bit more, but he helps us harvest. So we have honey to sell every year as well. So we want to make sure that when we're planning out the garden that we're keeping things here that are going to keep the bees fed.
Yeah. So we're on the outside of the garden now.
Right.
What's out here?
Well, a couple of years ago, one of our staff members came up with the idea to make food available to the community around here that couldn't necessarily afford to buy our produce at the farmer's market.
Sure.
So we have planted a variety of fruits and vegetables out here that are just available for harvest when they're ready. So anybody walking by is welcome to take from our bounty.
That is really cool.
And we're right next to the the food bank, so we get a lot of people coming this way for food in any case.
And it's going to be really good food then too.
Absolutely.
Isn't that cool? Giving back. Listen, we talk about giving back to your community and giving back to life. What a great place to do that. I'm going to put Blake, put their website right, no, put it down. How about just put it here somewhere so people know where to go. It's time to give back. You can donate money, donate time, donate your energy. What a great place to come. Check it out, Seeds. Welcome to another relaxed moment. One of the best things that you can do to relax is to count your blessings. What do you mean by that? Here's what I mean. Get a small book. You can go to Target or anywhere in the dollar section. They got little books that they're just blank. And just sit down and start writing down everything you're thankful for, every blessing that you have. Sometimes in this country we think that we don't have enough. But if you go to Bangladesh, you realize just how much we do have. You know, the poorest person in this great country of America is probably the richest person in some of those countries. So you have so much that you have that you can be thankful for that you forget about. When you turn on your faucet and clean water comes out, that's something to be thankful for. When you go down the street and you pick up a penny off the road, that's something to be thankful for. If you'll develop this attitude of gratitude, it's going to help you with your altitude. It's going to raise you up to higher levels. So sit down, go get your book, sit down, and begin to write down all your gratitude and all your thank yous. You're going to be amazed what starts popping into your mind. You might not have that great of a marriage right now. Guess what? I'm thankful for my husband. I'm thankful for my spouse. I'm thankful for this. I'm thankful for my children. I'm thankful for my home. I'm thankful that I have a car that I drive. I'm thankful for my job that I go to every day. I'm thankful that I have food on my table. I'm thankful that I have money, that I can go to a restaurant and eat when I want to. I'm thankful that I can go to Busch Gardens if I decide to. I'm thankful that I can go anywhere in the United States that I want to. Don't have to have a visa or anything. I can just go from state to state. Listen, start writing them down. Be thankful for what you have, and as soon as you're thankful for what you have, then more can come to you. Spend time and relax, being thankful for what you have.
So you're saying I can ask this cat any question?
The cat is connected to the computer. You just type in the question, it will read his mind. There the answer comes.
You're the man! I've been looking for this for weeks.
Well, we're in downtown Durham, and I'm always looking for good places to eat, and I think we have found it here, Pop's Trattoria. I'm with Chris. Chris, glad you're here, my friend.
Thank you very much. Thanks for having me.
Well, you're always here. I'm glad I'm here.
Yeah, most of the time. It's a second home for sure.
Now, how did you come up with this idea? Is this...
Well, actually, John and I, my business partner, we started working for Scott Howell. I also worked for Ben Barker, who is recently closing down Magnolia Grill, which is terrible news for all of us. But we both I worked for Ben, John's worked for Scott, I've worked for Scott, and they opened this restaurant almost, 19 years ago, 20 years ago?
Wow.
And we bought it from them about 10 years ago. We had been working there, both of us, and, made an offer to Scott. By that point, Scott had bought Ben and those guys out. And so we bought it and, been rocking it out ever since. We moved from its old location about 2 blocks away. It used to be on Peabody Street. But since then, we've opened 2 other restaurants and had a great time doing it.
You are rocking and rolling.
Yeah.
Now, had you always loved to cook when you were younger, or?
I've always been in the kitchen. It's kind of a non-traditional sense. My grandfather was a butcher and did all the cooking in the house, and so I grew up watching my grandfather cook instead of my grandmother, so it's a little bit different.
Isn't that wild?
It is.
What's your favorite thing to cook?
I'm a pretty simple man. Like I love making sandwiches. Love all the pastas. I'm a big bucatini fan. Anything with lots of sauce to dip bread into.
Right.
Which is why I love our mussels and our tomato sauce and all those things.
That's amazing. So you get a lot of people who come from the DPAC.
Absolutely. I think DPAC is sustaining the amount of restaurants that are in downtown Durham right now.
Right.
When you have something that's a great venue like that draws people into this town, it's just huge for all of us.
That's amazing. So if it's okay with you, we're going to try some of the food you got.
Absolutely. Let's cook it up.
Sounds good to me.
All right. Cool.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yes, sir.
have finished visiting Durham, North Carolina, and we're going to end up here tonight. Durham Bulls Ballpark. I'm with Scott Carter. Scott, thanks for letting us come out and talk to you just a
Hey,
little
no
bit.
problem. Welcome.
This is America, isn't it?
This is. I mean, you just look around. It's a beautiful beautiful ballpark, beautiful day. You know, we're gonna have fireworks after the game, so this is yeah.
You
It's
just
about
can't go wrong.
no. It's about as American as you can get. Yeah.
Now listen, these guys are professional players.
Of course. Mm-hmm.
And they play how many games a year about?
The AAA season is 144 games. So we play 72 games here at home and then 72 games on the road.
Wow.
So these guys actually probably only get about 1 day off a month. So they've been home here at the DBAP. This is their 7th game in a row. We'll be home through Sunday, and then they go on the road for about 8 games. So they've 10 games at home, 8 games on the road. So they've got these long stretches. So lots of bus trips, plane trips, long hours, long time away from your family. But it's a
huge.
grind. It's a long season.
Now, there's the ball game, and then there's other stuff to do.
Of course,
here.
yeah. I mean, minor league baseball is really more family entertainment than it is just coming out to, you don't have to be a baseball purist to
Right.
love coming out to a Bulls game. There's really something for everybody, whether that's our mascot, Wooly Bull, who, kids love him, adults love him.
Yeah.
So there's stuff going on between innings every single game. So there's never a dull moment. We want to keep people on their toes. We've got our grounds crew dances between innings. We've got cool stuff going on all the time. So you don't have to be a baseball fan. You just have to like, doing stuff. You know,
Yeah.
if you like getting off the couch and coming out and experiencing new things, this is the place for you.
There's statistics in ball games, and there's the players. You got to know the players, who they are. Probably the most important thing is, how are the hot dogs?
The hot dogs are good, and the hot dogs are relatively cheap. So there you go.
That's good. You can't beat that.
You can come out on Thursday nights, and every Thursday night you can get a hot dog for $1.
So what are some of the other specials that you guys do?
Well, we do every Friday night we do fireworks. Tuesday nights you can get 2 tickets for $9. So that's basically buy one get one free. Every Sunday, which is one of my favorite promotions, is we let kids out on the field to run the bases after the game every Sunday home
Really?
game. So we get lines just seems like a mile long of kids, and they're just out there running the bases, and it's crazy.
That
It's something
is
so
cool.
simple, and kids just
Yeah.
absolutely love it.
Oh, sure.
So that's great.
Well, our show is family based, and it's all about loving life. And this is a great thing for families to do, rather than sit around and watch TV.
Right. You see a lot of that. I mean, if somebody were to ask me, what's your primary demographic? I mean, younger families. I mean, we see a lot of younger families. In addition, I mean, we really range of spectrum from college kids to seniors, retired folks. But there's a lot of families that come out to Bulls games, and that's really, I think, a testament to the the kind of the wholesome environment. It's safe. We've got great security around the ballpark. Parents can come. They feel comfortable just letting their kid kind of roam around.
Exactly.
We've got a play area for kids with jungle gym and inflatables, and like I said, the mascot. So there's really something for everybody, and families love coming out and having a good time.
Thanks for letting us be here.
No problem.
Good talking to you.
Thanks.
Listen, if you're looking for something fun to do, Durham, North Carolina, this is a place to come. Just get your tickets early so you get a good seat. One of my favorite stories in the Bible is when Jesus is out walking on the water, the disciples are in the boat. And Jesus says to Peter, "Peter, come and walk towards me." And as Peter stepped out onto the water, he was actually walking on the water, but then a storm brewed and just came up out of nowhere, and Peter started to sink. And basically the moral of that story is this: when you're out walking on the water, the intention is to walk on the water. But what we tend to do in life is to do this. We tend to get our minds off of what we're intending and onto the circumstances around us. Storms have nothing to do with anything on walking in the water. If you're going to walk on the water, whether there's a storm or not, that really doesn't matter. What matters is the intention of what you're planning to do. And when you get your mind off of your focus, whether that's a job, a position, or your family, whatever that intention is, when you get your mind off of it and onto the storms around you, that's when you begin to sink. So make sure that your intention is where you need it to be. If you're intending to be a success in business, then set your intention on success in business. And when things come up around you that are going to try to pull your attention away, try to pull your focus away, you've got to set your mind on the focus of where you want to be. I love this, watching cats. And when you look at cats, there might be a cat on the floor and he looks up at the top of the refrigerator and he's thinking, I need to go there. And cats are amazing because they'll look at that and all of a sudden just hit that area. They don't say, okay, well, I'm going to plan this out here. I'm going to plan to go here, and then I'm going to jump here. I'm going to go there, and then finally I'll get there. No, they set their intention on where they're going, and then all of a sudden, bam, they're there. That's what you need to do in your life. Set your intention on where you want to be. Don't worry about all the small things of how you're going to get there. Set your intention there, and you're going to get there. This thing called life, loving life, is wonderful. So join me as I love life together with you. We set our intentions on success, health, happiness, and let's just enjoy life.